Hey there. How's it going? Thanks for coming back to the podcast. My name is Jeff. This is our second in the podcast series, and I appreciate all the feedback on the first podcast. Lots of good comments, lots of interesting feedback. In what I think is probably rare for podcasts, this will be a kind of special, dedicated podcast based on a conversation that I had actually with my mother after the first podcast. We were talking on the occasion of my birthday, which was earlier this week, and we were talking together, and Mom said, I listened to your podcast, Jeffrey. My mom is one of the only people in my life who calls me Jeffrey. My Jewish grandmother used to call me Jeffy. I don't know why. But Mom's about the only one who even tries, and certainly the only one who can get away with calling me Jeffrey on a regular basis. And she said, I was listening to your podcast, and I liked it. She said, but your voice, I think you could just read me a book in the evening and it would help me get to sleep. And I thought about that after our conversation. And in this time of coronavirus and COVID-19, I'm not seeing my mom very frequently because she's been battling MS for a lot of years now. And I think the last thing my brothers and I want to do is walk that into her home. And so I thought tonight I'd read my mom a bedtime story here on the podcast, a book that I picked out especially for her. Mom was a remarkable mom to me when I was a little boy, to all of my brothers. I'm the strange Martian middle child of three boys, and it was remarkable. My mom worked hard her entire life. My dad, too. They both just worked incredibly hard. But Mom found a way to work that hard and to take her boys everywhere, to museums and Civil War battlefields and festivals and you name it. She dragged us all over Kingdom Come. She would later go on to say she would just do anything to get us out of the house because we drove her crazy, but I think she really liked it. And it's interesting. I'm a Southern boy, born and raised in Virginia. I've lived all over the country, but I was born and raised here, and I guess it's a strange thing to say, but Southern boys have a thing about their mamas. Maybe Northern boys have a thing about their mamas too, but I don't give a damn about the Northern boys. So Southern boys have this interesting philosophy about their mom, and I confess that I'm one of them. Moms can drive us completely crazy. But my mom, and maybe if you were born in the South and you're a boy and you got a mama, you feel the same way I do. And that is, I always felt growing up that my mom was like a mama bear, and we were her bear cubs. And she could roll us around and have at us every once in a while if we got out of line, but God help any other animal that got close to her baby cubs. We, my brothers and I, didn't do exceptionally well in school all of our lives, and some of us were troublemakers, my other two brothers. Anyway, when we inevitably wound up in the principal's office, and the principal would say to us while wagging his finger, "I'm going to call your mother," I know each one of us said the exact same thing in reply, which was, "Want me to dial the number for you?" Mom was a fierce protector of the three of us, and even though she's been confined to a wheelchair now for a couple of years, I continue to believe what I believed all of my young life, and that was, if my mom saw one of the three of her boys in real pain or unable to get up, I really believed she'd be able to rise up from wherever she was, walk to the edge of the house if she had to, and pick it up and move it 4 inches to the right if it meant taking care of her boys. And I think my brothers felt the same way too. There's an interesting calm and sense of security that kind of passion gives to a child, and I always felt pretty protected by both my mom and my dad, but particularly my mother. And we didn't get along a lot when I was a teenager. I was one of those teenagers that, would say black if you said white, would say day if you said night. I was just one of those kinds. And it was particularly difficult between Mom and I in the teenage years. We found a way back from that time period, and I'm certainly grateful for it. And so it's rare that my mom asks for much, even hints at wanting something. I know she wants things, but she doesn't ever bring herself really to come right out and ask for it. And so when she made the request of the book, I thought, that's a thing I can do, and I'll do it here. And so, for my mother, who will be going to sleep this evening, or maybe tomorrow, or any night, really, she would choose to put this on to go to bed. Mom, here's a book that I picked out especially for you as you get ready to go to sleep. Go the Fuck to Sleep by Adam Mansbach. Illustrated by Ricardo Cortez. But Mom, your ass ain't gonna see any of these illustrations. The cats nestle close to their kittens. The lambs have laid down with the sheep. You're cozy and warm in your bed, my dear. Please, go the fuck to sleep. The windows are dark in the town, child, and the whales huddle down in the deep. I'll read you one last book if you swear you'll go the fuck to sleep. The eagles who soar through the sky are at rest, as are the creatures who crawl, run, and creep. I know you're not thirsty. That's bullshit. Stop lying. Lie the fuck down, my darling, and sleep. The wind whispers soft through the grass, hun. The field mice, they make not a peep. It's been 38 minutes already. Jesus Christ, what the fuck? Go to sleep. All the kids from daycare are in dreamland. The froggy has made his last leap. Hell no, you can't go to the bathroom. You know where you can go? The fuck to sleep. The owls fly forth from the treetops. Through the air, they soar and they sweep. The hot crimson rage fills my heart, love. For real. Shut the fuck up and sleep. The cubs and the lions are snoring, wrapped in a big snuggly heap. How come you can do all this other great shit, but you can't lie down and go the fuck to sleep? The seeds slumber beneath the earth now, and the crops that the farmers will reap. No questions. Interview's over. I've got 2 words for you. Fucking sleep. The tiger reclines in the simmering jungle. The sparrow has silenced her cheep. Fuck your stuffed bear. I'm not getting your shit. Close your eyes. Cut the crap. Sleep. The flowers doze low in the meadows and high on the mountains so steep. My life is a failure. I'm a shitty-ass parent. Stop fucking with me, please, and sleep. The giant pangolins of Madagascar are snoozing as I lie here and openly weep. Sure, fine, whatever. I'll bring you some milk. Who the fuck cares? You're not gonna sleep. This room is all I can remember. The furniture crappy and cheap. You win. You escape. You run down the hall as I nod the fuck off and sleep. Bleary and dazed, I awaken to find your eyes shut. So I keep my fingers crossed tight as I tiptoe away and pray that you're fucking asleep. We're finally watching our movie. Popcorn's in the microwave. Beep! Oh shit, god damn it. You gotta be kidding. Come on, go the fuck back to sleep. For my mother. How you doing? Let's find out in the morning. Thanks for listening.